Thank you, Mr. Chatterjee, and thank you to all the panelists also for giving many important points which I would like to address in. So, two problems are clear in our discussion. That one is how to do planned urbanization as well as how to have industrialization, and by industrialization I mean how to have jobs in cities. So Dr. Shri said cities as growth hubs. So cities as of now are kind of GDP hub or tax hub, and from there we need to move on to cities as jobs hub also. So in the same report which he was mentioning, I read it somewhere that around 2/3 of India's GDP comes from cities, but only 1/3 of employment comes from Indian cities. Even if we go beyond this administrative city versus to the urban agglomeration area. So how do we address this gap? One way is obviously the various reforms that were discussed by my co-panelists, that we need to improve governance, we need to improve infrastructure, we need to improve livability. Another way to address this is also building greenfield industrial cities. I know Dr. Shri said that we should not build greenfield industrial cities, but maybe not very far from the existing cities, somewhere nearby, so that the social infrastructure bit can be taken care of. And this is this particular piece which National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation is taking care of. Many of you might have heard about Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor. I believe not many of you have heard about NICDC or National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation. It is just a bigger version of Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor Development Corporation. Earlier, there used to be only one industrial corridor. Now there are 11 such industrial corridor. That's why the name was also changed from DMIC to NICDC. Now, what we do in this, when we identify a corridor, let's say Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, a lot of planning goes into it, that what are the factors by which, what are the missing links, or what are the issues. After addressing those issues, we can reach a particular number. Now in planning, you need to have some base and some aspiration. Okay, this is the base, we want to reach this particular target, and for reaching this target, these are the interventions that we have identified. Those interventions may be in terms of infrastructure, those interventions may be in terms of improving our processes, and also those interventions may be in terms of having better legislation, having better rules, or rather less regulation. So we do a lot of planning, and we also identify a lot of industrial areas or industrial hubs, and all those have to be planned as greenfield industrial hubs. A lot of you must have heard about Dholera, which is also the India's first semiconductor city, and where the India's first semiconductor fab plant is coming. It is being built by Tatas. So that is one of the initial projects of National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation. Similarly, a bit of Greater Noida is what we have planned and developed. In Maharashtra, there is a place called Shendra Bitkin near Aurangabad, now Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. Very recently, in fact last year only, government had announced 12 new industrial smart cities under this particular corporation. So we are trying to deal with this problem of industrialization and urbanization. Obviously, very little bit of urbanization and more towards industrialization, but keeping in the concepts of walk to work, the livability of cities, and obviously we are not riddled with the problem of the legacy issues of existing cities. So when you start afresh, when you start from a clean slate, when you develop a greenfield industrial city, you don't have the problem of existing cities. But you also don't have the problem of money. You can plan well, you know where to put your roads, where to put utilities, etc., etc. The problem comes with the population. how to get people over there, so you have made these greenfield cities livable, but you have to generate enough jobs, and not just jobs, you have to generate enough traction, you have to generate social infrastructure, and eventually enough interest for people to come and live over there. So that is a problem which initially my corporation did not think when we started developing somewhere around 2014-15, when we started constructing these cities. We did not envisage that problem. But over last 3-4 years, a lot of our interventions have gone into solving these issues after building the physical infrastructure, after even allotting the lands to industries. There is this problem of getting people to come and work, and more importantly, live over there. You can get the people to work, but getting people to live over there, having schools, colleges, hospitals, other recreational opportunities need to be there. So this is what we have been trying to do. We have been trying to basically build industrial smart cities. Maybe there are many intersections between the existing cities and our cities. There are lessons to be learned. The problems that we have faced in the existing cities, the lack of master planning, the lack of this administrative boundaries of cities versus the overall urban agglomeration. So if I just take the example of Dholera, the area that we are doing master planning is 500 square kilometers at one go. A barren area, 500 square kilometer master planning. We started small, we started with 25 square kilometer, which is fully constructed. Land has been allotted. Slowly people are coming. But the thing that has joined us obviously we are depending upon places like Ahmedabad, places like Bhavnagar for people to come and live over there in Dholera. But the importance of social infrastructure, the importance of skilling, and obviously the old cities can learn the importance of planning, that unless we plan well, we will not be able to do value capture, which Mr. Chatterjee also mentioned. There are places in India where a huge 60-meter ROW road comes up, and on both sides you just see tea shops, pan shops, small grocery shops coming up. There are no interlinked, there are no secondary and tertiary roads that are being built. Only the arterial road is being built. So what happens, apart from just 100 meter on both sides of this great highway, there is some economic opportunity which is all blocked by low and medium businesses, and then there is not enough, there are no enough linkages to open up the hinterland. So that is one problem that comes up with master planning, and we see in lot of areas. If I talk about industry, our industrial parks and industrial areas have, largely the work has been done by the states. For big industry, we have been able to solve the problem, but for medium and small scale industries, we have not been able to solve the problem of land. So if a person wants to establish a small scale or a MSME industry in India, land allotment is still quite a big issue. Apart from other EODB issues, for EODB issues, maybe all sizes of industry face problem, but land problem for a small scale industry, where will you get industrial grade land, industrial grade power, industrial grade water, and then the change of land use. So industrial cities try to resolve that problem, industrial areas try to resolve that problem, but obviously a lot more needs to be done. So between the existing cities and the new Greenfield industrial smart cities, a lot of learnings that are there from both experiences, which we are exchanging, which we need to exchange. And we are trying to solve the same problem, but in multiple ways. And through these Greenfield industrial cities under NICDC, we are trying to see that the problem of, so when these cities actually become the economic growth engine, they should also become the growth, the engine for jobs.